Hello Capricorn, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting December 11th, 2017. Just a quick reminder for all you Capricorns out there, remember if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links below. And I do have a special announcement for everybody. I'm actually doing a special sale this month, actually going all the way up to the end of the year. $65 gift certificates are now on sale for $50 through January 1st. It's my way of saying thank you for another lovely year here at Scarlet Moon and for all your support and all the growth that seems to be going on with this channel, especially within the last 12 months. So I'm putting the sale on for the next 3 weeks, and I hope you all enjoy it. And you know what? Just, know that I thank you and I appreciate you all very, very much, especially because I do notice when, you Capricorn people are tagging me when you're sharing your videos on Facebook and all of that. Believe me, I see it. I do. So what's going on with your cards this week? I'm not your cards. Not going to skip the astrology. Let's talk about astrology. So this week in astrology, it's all about Mercury retrograde behaving well. Behaving well. Mercury retrograde can do that. And on Tuesday, Mercury retrograde is going to be conjunct the Sun in your 12th house, your past, your privacy, your hidden zone, all the stuff you got going on behind the scenes. And with Mercury retrograde conjunct the Sun, we have an opportunity to patch something up with somebody we've drifted apart from. Getting back in touch with somebody from our past, somebody that we still hold a great deal of love and admiration and respect for. Now, for whatever reason we drifted apart, I'm not necessarily certain. It doesn't look like, at least the way this is falling, or that this is somebody that you necessarily have bad blood with or beef with. But it may just be somebody that we do need to, we need in our corner. Whether they are there to support us, or we just want an extra friend, or someone who we can trust to be a solid confidant, coach, and advisor in our lives. We want that support system back. With Mercury retrograde conjunct the Sun, there may be a reunion in store. Later on in the week, on Friday, it gets interesting. We've got Mercury retrograde conjunct Venus in your 12th house. And you may actually find out that somebody's spilling the beans about a love affair that could potentially involve you. And this may actually be somebody spilling the beans about a crush somebody may have on you or used to have on you once upon a time. And that option may still be on the table if that is where you want to go with it. So what is going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Chalice in the Madame Endora Fortune cards. The prompt reads rejuvenation and fulfillment. And, this card usually focuses more on the rejuvenation. And it's talking about bringing things back to life. It's talking about healing things. It's talking about refreshing the energies of our relationships, and again, putting more life and breathing more life into things that have become a bit stagnant, or things that have been on the back burner too long. Things are collecting dust on the shelf. The rejuvenation energy of this card does talk about, again, maybe even opportunities to liven up friendships, liven up relationships that have become a bit, copy and paste, wash, rinse, and repeat. What has been too repetitive to be healthy? The Chalice card can talk about, again, an opportunity for a lot of healing when it comes to relationships this week as well. Platonic, romantic, professional, it doesn't really matter. But the nice thing about this card is that you're going to be noticing a lot more emotional availability from people, from people as well. And even if these are people you maybe thought wrote you off, or you wrote them off, maybe a time to be able to sit down and have everyone hear each other out. Remember, everything can get fixed. Again, I keep saying it, if people can just talk it out and break that barrier down, we are good to go. And it looks like people are not interested in treasuring their barriers over the friendship or potential connection that could be, which is always good. For your Earth sector, when it comes to work and finances, we've got the Five of Swords upright, however. This is an interesting card, because I think a lot of you Capricorn people may find yourself in a situation where a cold war between you and a colleague or a rival or somebody at the office may actually just evolve into open hostilities. And this card doesn't really say much about finances in terms of the commodity of money, so we'll get there. But with the Five of Swords, it can indicate, again, a cold war or a quiet cold war. If it evolves into open hostilities, it's usually because somebody is deciding that they don't necessarily want to keep their cool anymore. And with the Five of Swords upright, it's important to pay attention to where, again, sometimes people are content to just stay mad, stay shocked, stay in the shock, awe, and offense, and sort of emotionally process by acting out. This is not a good card when it comes to the reputation of you, the reputation of your business, if you engage. We don't want to be seen acting a fool. And there are a lot of people out there who don't really understand that people who resonate with just belligerent rage and kind of follow that person are not loyal followers and are not loyal clients, customers, and colleagues. And that may not necessarily be what you want to be caught up in. Do not get into open hostilities, at least not visibly. You can go ahead and fight your battles and protect yourself, absolutely, you know me. But at the same time, I definitely do not recommend that you allow this person to pull you into the dirt where they are. When it comes to the commodity of money itself, cash and finances, the Five of Swords upright takes on a bit of a different spin. You may actually be profiting from somebody else's downfall this week, and you may have to suffer a bit of survivor's guilt, but there still could be some, some extra change in it for you as well. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we've got the Death card reversed. And a lot of you Capricorn people are going to be sort of intervening in a situation where we may be trying to help a friend or a relative who, again, is sort of stuck, probably with that Rejuve card, the Rejuvenation and Fulfillment card, who's sort of stuck in a real bad habit where the balance of beginnings and endings in their life or in the life you share, especially, again, if they're a relative, a housemate, a partner, something like that, the balance between beginnings and endings just isn't there. Usually with the Death card reversed, we've got either somebody who will not move on from anything and they kind of emotionally hoard everything, or they are an escape artist and everything ends all the time. And the problem with the Death card reversed is you may be doing a bit of both. You may be getting somebody out of where they are stuck in the mud, where at the same time you're also keeping them from throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You could be saving a relationship this week, especially, maybe you've got a relative who just has a bad habit of fleeing a good thing way too soon. You could be helping somebody, get their life back on track if they've been stuck in, stuck in a rut for too long. Helping people find the balance of beginnings and endings is important, especially if you want to be, a nurturing friend and relative, and this week you may need to call out what you see. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Page of Cups reversed. This could be playing a bit into that survivor's guilt we talked about with the Five of Swords reversed, because the Page of Cups reversed can indicate a problem with unwanted attention that you may be getting, and it could be unwanted positive attention. Or it could be positive attention coming from people or a group that you don't really want to have associated yourself with, or your brand with, or your work with in any way, shape, or form. And the Page of Cups reversed is a bit of a check. What am I attracting? I don't want to be the person who just, who wants I don't want to resonate with certain things, and, there are certain things we don't want to attract to us based on that resonance. And with the Page of Cups reversed, it talks about, yes, it's positive attention or positive reinforcement coming from, again, a place where we don't necessarily want to be affiliated or matched. And I think a lot of you Capricorn people may be doing some damage control this week. Maybe not necessarily for yourselves. It may not be hurting your reputation, but you may have to quell a misunderstanding because, we don't want something we revile to fall in love with us. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Empress upright. Beautiful card for love and romance, and it does look like with the Empress, a lot of you Capricorn people out there may be finding yourself in a wonderful position to, get started on a new romantic opportunity that will last the test of time. The Empress does often talk about something that will promise longevity, and this could actually be somebody new that we meet, and just out of the blue, perhaps it was just meant to be, screw it, let's wait and see, give them an hour, one drink, and we'll see where it goes, and then we're there talking till 2 in the morning, they kick us out. The Empress card upright can often show up where we may even be meeting people in crowds this week, in places that we're not even bothering to look, or maybe when we are not even looking, but we are put in the path of the other. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Empress card upright indicates wonderful news coming from a partner about some sudden improvement in their practical life, whether it talks about their money, again, their job, their families. But the Empress card upright says there is some kind of big boost to the personal economy of this couple, and we may be able to actually turn around and turn that good into even better sooner than you think. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.